Awesome. And welcome to the Branditize Get the Hack Out of Here with Miss Lynette Furr. Today we're learning about how to use tech to grow, protect, and save your business money. All three things everybody here wants to do in their business. All right. So thank you so much for joining us. We're just letting a few more people in here. Awesome. Awesome. Everybody's coming on in. Welcome. All right. So let me first introduce to you this fabulous young lady, Miss Lynette Furr. Her business is Eye Care Technology Geeks. So if you've not checked out her business in your side browser there, go ahead and check out eyecaretechgeeks.com. It's on your screen there. And let me tell you about Lynette. So in 2004, she was actually laid off from a very high-paying IT job that she committed herself to for 7 years. If any of you have ever been laid off from a job just before you started your business, put yes in the chat if that was your experience. I could tell I was in that boat. I was fired, but that's that's a whole other thing. Sandra says yes. A lot of people say yes. Andrea says yes. My name's Big Friend. Sorry, those are my little pups there. Crystal says she quit hers. All right. Okay. So everybody's got that job experience. So she was laid off from a high-paying IT job. After the layoff, she decided to run her own IT consulting business on a full-time basis, Eye Care Technology Geeks, to create financial freedom, who can that, and flexibility. In doing so, she uncovered her deeper purpose in life, which is helping other businesses grow, thrive, and be protected with cutting-edge technology solutions. With over 20 years of experience in the IT industry, Lynette is a highly passionate and intuitive technology expert, IT consultant, entrepreneur, and a true geek. All right, geeks in the room. All right, hello. She's worked with Fortune 500 and Fortune 1000 companies, as well as numerous small businesses, guiding them through the ever-evolving world of digital transformation by taking a proactive, strategic approach. The goal of Eye Care Technology Geeks is to allow business owners to focus on their business while we focus on securing, supporting, and advising them on tech and business goals. Lynette's energetic entrepreneurial spirit is guided by a firm moral and ethical code that has garnered the trust of top clients throughout Atlanta and the U.S. She values her faith, family, friends, and business partnerships, and consider them all as a key factor in her personal and professional success. Originally from Selma, Alabama, which we all know Selma, Lynette earned her bachelor's degree in commerce and business administration with a specialization in management information systems and computer science from the University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa. All right, so you know I got family in the Tuscaloosa area too, so awesome. I do, yeah, well, my dad teaches at Tuskegee. He's a professor there, so in the area. All right, and that, my dears, is Miss Lynette Furr. Please give her a warm welcome. If you're in the chat, give her a little applause. Tell her hello. Give her lots of love and energy. And welcome, Miss Lynette. So glad to hear from you.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that warm introduction. I appreciate it. Every bit of it. I didn't pay you to do it either by any chance. I didn't pay her, everyone. She just did it on her own. So thank you very much. Welcome everybody. I know everybody is busy. I very much appreciate you taking that time out of your busy schedule today to join us. We know you're very busy CEOs and executives here coming in to see what we have to offer you today. And so I'm excited about that. Appreciate you for coming in. Well, first thing we want to do is I want to tell you a little bit more about me other than what you've already heard. However, first I want to see and understand a little bit about you and where you are already with technology in your business. So first item I'd like to do is to do a poll. And give me 1 second. All right. Can you see the poll?
Not just yet. I don't see it yet.
Yes, I saw it.
Oh, you do? Oh, good. It's just me.
I see it.
All right, we'll wait for a few more here.
What if your answer is not up there?
Oh, if it's not up there,
Put it in the chat.
put the one that's closest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's choose the closest one. And we have just about everybody who's voted. So it seems like we have the majority is the DIY, doing it your own self. That's what it seems like. All right, going once, going twice. I see we have just about everybody. We have a few others. Okay, we're gonna go down and close the poll. Appreciate you for doing that. And can you see the results?
Yes.
So it seems like we have roughly, like I say, do it yourself. Everybody for the most part is doing their own tech support. So that's good to know. All right, appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. All right, so I shared the results, right? Y'all saw it, correct? Okay. All right, so first here, we want to go ahead on and get started. So we've already done that. So what we're going to do today, we're going to talk about transforming and protecting your business through technology and security. As we've already said before, we are cybersecurity focused, manage IT support services and IT advisory solutions. And we mainly focus on helping organizations thrive at the intersection of business and technology. So I do have multiple screens. So if you don't see something, just let me know. I'm making sure I'm clicking on multiple, you know how IT people are. We got 2 or 3 screens. So bear with me here. If you don't see something, just let me know. Okay, so what I'd like to do first is kind of introduce myself as well again, and then also let you know how we're going to move here going forward. So as we go along, feel free to ask any questions that you have. And Andrea will help me and determine, how many we have in there. And
There
then
is
she
a
will
question
interrupt me.
already, if you're open to taking one already.
Oh, wow. Already? So, yeah, sure. What's the question?
Charlene asks, what's the average cost range or price for an MSP monthly? What would you say?
Charlene, how do you know about MSPs?
It's because your friend Leonard here put it in the chat. He says he chose MSP on your poll because he is an MSP. So
That's why. Okay. All right, Charlene. It just depends. Everybody will say that to you. But we do have a range of what we do, and it depends on the complexity of each company. So we usually do what we call an assessment. And once we do our assessment, we can determine what that price would be based on everything that needs to be done for each of our clients. It could range anywhere from $100 per device all the way up to $200 and up per device, meaning per user, per employee, per self-employed, per one person. It just depends. And again, we don't usually like to talk about price because it could change, and it all depends on your environment. Okay. I appreciate the question though. All right, who am I? So she just told you who I was, so we don't really need to go over that again, but I will, just for measurement sakes, been in IT for over 20 plus years. Been living in Atlanta now for about 27 years. So I would say, how many of us are from Atlanta versus have moved here from other places? If you don't mind, put that in the chat and let us know where you're from originally and how long you've been living here in Atlanta, assuming everybody is here in Atlanta. And then also, most importantly, I think by now we should be able to consider ourselves as transplant babies, because I've been here for 27 years. So I would think that, at this point, I don't know, some of the people who are Georgia peach babies, they may say, nah, maybe you gotta wait a few more years, but I don't know, we'll see. So also cybersecurity consultant, owner, serial entrepreneur. And something that I enjoyed that I tell others about myself is a lot of times, you know, they say, well, what's something unique about you? Well, I love hearing beach water, the beach sounds of the water. However, I don't know how to swim. So I just like to hear the water, not get in the water. So that's something that's very unique about myself. And as I've already said before, originally from Alabama, Selma, Alabama, actually, and Roll Tide, because, you know, I'm a graduate of Tuscaloosa. Although we didn't win, we let y'all win this year, okay? That's for somebody else who's on the line. Okay, so today's agenda, we're going to talk about growth strategies, cybersecurity protection strategies, and money saving strategies. So let's get in. All right, everybody want to know what kind of growth strategies? How are you going to help me grow? Oh, that's the $1 million question. Okay, well, let's talk about it. So as I promised you, when we had the Tuesday talks, for those of us who are ABC members, Atlanta Black Chamber, for those who don't know, and MCAT members, I appreciate y'all for coming. We have getting paid faster sales and payments. Now, I had several of our clients to come to us and say, you know, when we do our assessment, we ask key questions. We ask many questions to find out, you know, where you are now and where you need to be, you know, within 1 year, where you want to be within 3 to 5 years. So we ask all these questions to kind of get an idea of where they are, where they want to be, and then we structure and strategize a way to assist them with reaching their goals. So automation payment portal tools. With my business, or IT business, I use a tool called Connect Booster. It is mainly for IT, but there are many other tools that we also, I take that back. It's for anybody who wants to use it as long as you have QuickBooks. If you use QuickBooks as the way that you invoice, we can use that. And then there's another one called Zero. If you use that option, we can also accommodate you with Connect Booster as well. And what it is just basically a payment portal where in the past, a lot of us, especially IT, we struggle because we get paid on a regular basis, on a recurring basis. So all of our charges are monthly. And if we don't get the payment at the beginning of the month, then we have to go and try to say, okay, well, where's the payment? And checking to finding out where's the payment. Well, that was taking too long. So we implemented this process. And anybody who has recurring payments on a regular basis from their clients, you'll be able to use this tool. And if this tool is not a good fit based on what you're using for your invoices, then we have some other suggestions for you. And we've suggested several other products, and our clients have been very happy. I'll give you another case in point. I had recently someone toward the end of last year, another vendor reached out to me because they wanted to offer, they want to be a competitor of Connect Booster. And so now they offer now and pay now, buy now and pay later options. So if you have clients, if you got high ticket type of invoices that you're invoicing your clients, if you want us to help you kind of make sure that you can put in the payment and kind of set it and forget it to some extent, then we can help you with that. And that's one way that we use the automation payment tools for you on that. And okay, and then implement CRM tools. On the next slide, we're going to talk a little bit more about this. I know most people don't know what CRM is. And so we're going to discuss that a little bit more here shortly. It's basically customer relationship management tools, and different people will say different, but it's basically a database where you host all of your clients, and it allows you to do many facets. You can connect it to quite a few other tools that I'll mention a little bit later. Okay, so when I say track your loss and wins, of your sales. You can automate it to a point where you can send out your thank you surveys right after you finish servicing them. You can also have an incentive to give them Google reviews for discounted rates. So once you give them those discounted rates, then obviously they'll be more apt to go and do a Google review for you. Because I don't know about you, but a lot of times when you ask people to give you a review, they don't ever do it, especially if it's positive. But if it's negative, they usually do it fairly quick, right? So I don't know what that's about, but that's usually what happens. All right, so as I talked to you the other day, for those who were on the call, the Atlanta Black Chamber call on Tuesday Talk, I mentioned to you that we have many applications that we're using. And what we've done is I've listed a few of them here. You'll see the first one says customer relationship management, which is what I was talking about earlier. A lot of people, I've been told, use Zoho, and they got that app thinking it was going to do the be it all for everything. And then they got involved with it, including myself, and found that it was not a good fit. So sometimes, you know, we have some people that I know some people who has made it work for them though. So to each his own, you know, we just try to meet with our clients to figure out what's best for them. So as you can see here, we have Zoho, we got HubSpot, you got Proposify is the way they say it. So these are all different ways that you would allow it. It's a one-stop shop. So in other, for us to streamline, these applications would do all in one, as opposed to you buying one application for HR. Like for example, I use QuickBooks payroll. So if I run my payroll through that, then I got 2 or 3 other apps. So now I am working with my business management team, and they're helping me to minimize some of the duplicates that I have even. Imagine that, you know. So we have When I Work, you have ADP, Gusto. Gusto is new to me. I'm not sure how long they've been out there, but I just found out about them recently. And when it comes down to saying, okay, well, I hear a lot of people say, well, I really want to scale my business and I want to grow it to, let's say, $1 million this year, or 250,000, or whatever that amount is. Then they say, well, how can I do that? I can't afford to pay them. So this is where these operations and internal processes come in place, because we have what we call, you know, outsourcing. That's key. A lot of people outsource. And I'll give you an example. Recently, I had a cloud environment I had a client who needed a cloud install. And as you know, the way the economy is now, good help sometimes is a little bit more hard to find than normal, and economical good help at times. So I had to outsource, and I chose to use Upwork. You'll see there in the outsource section, I chose to use Upwork. And, you know, I mean, I like to give the work here to us in the States, but sometimes, you know, as small business owners, we have to do what we have to do until we can do better, right? Or until we can grow to the next level. So I use Upwork, and it was 1/3 of the price of what it would have been if I had hired an engineer here locally. So that's one example that I can give you for myself. And these other ones, I mentioned that before, you know, if you have Calendly, if a lot of you may have a professional email. If you got Microsoft 365, that means you have Office, you have Word, Excel, Teams, and things of that nature. Then they come with, it comes with one as well, and it's called Booking. It's not the best, but it is included in your subscription. So that's one way of not, you know, having to even buy some of these other ones if you want to use what you already have. And you'll see these other ones here, the platform management, the Glide, the Canva. I'm sure everybody's familiar with Canva. The Glide and the Bubble are 2 that maybe most people are not familiar with. And these are non-coding websites and app software that you could go out and increase your overall income as well, your revenue as well, by, if you decide that you want to differentiate yourself from someone else or some of your other competitors, then we could come up with a plan and make sure that we can create you an app if that's something you desire. So that's just another way. So with streamlining all of these apps, you would eliminate some of the extra apps that you would normally have. And that's one way to help you increase your revenue. Okay. Any questions so far? And I can't see the chat, so
Oh,
just
I
let me
don't
know.
see any questions, just a lot of commentary on cloud. People are using cloud, people are using Loom. I'm snapping at my dog, sorry.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And some people are using FreeCam, people love Loom. Let me see what else we've got here. People mentioned Trello and Asana, Gusto. Yeah, no questions yet.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, we're gonna go to the next poll here. I'm gonna launch that for you. And it's gonna be just telling me, you know, do you love or do you not love? What do you feel about tech? I have some people I know, they say, I hate tech. And then I say, well, okay, if that's the case, if you need to go to the bank and get some money out and tech doesn't work, what then? Oh, you want it to work? Okay. You can't hate tech then. All right. Thank you, Crystal. This is a great slide. I appreciate you. Yeah, I've heard of Loom recently. A lot of people are using it. Okay, a few more minutes. Oh, you use auto task? That had to be you, Leonard. I didn't even need to read that. I'm like, you're cutting up. So, auto task. I said, that has to be you. All right, we got about 79% who has participated. There's a few more we're waiting on. And then we need to move on. This time is not wasting. All right, so for the most part, seems like we have the majority are saying that we use it, but we feel like there's always a learning curve. Okay. I agree with that.
We're not seeing the results.
You're not seeing the results. Okay, share the results. How about now? You see it now?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's move forward. Okay, so let's go here. All right. We got to go fast. Oh, we got another one. I forgot I did when I did the second one, the last one here. Okay, so we'll do the next one. Okay, that one's not letting me launch it. Andrea, I don't know why. It won't let me launch it.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, but we can just have people put it in the chat.
All right, so yeah, let's put it in the chat, everybody. That'd be great. Which tech issue is mainly your issue?
I don't know about everybody else, but I personally would love a Lynette, and this is not a free commercial for you. A Lynette, a Leonard, an in-house IT person here, ready. That's one thing I do miss about corporate life is your IT person is just available whenever something goes down versus when it's you, it's you by yourself pretty much trying to handle your IT, which is horrible. So
That's right. That's right. You're right about that. Unfortunately.
yeah, it really sucks. So
So it seems like mostly it's the winter is computer issues I see so far. A few remote, too many of them, analysis paralysis, network remote issues, overwhelming, computer frozen. Okay. Email issues, a few of those. Keeping up with the policy changes and scams. Yes, good luck on that. Let me know how that works for you. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move forward. I appreciate everybody for participating. We have cybersecurity protection strategies. I promise you I would talk about that a little bit. So what we want to do first, I want to tell you a quick story. I'll make it real quick. So you see this picture, and what I want you to do is just imagine yourself feeling like at this point I was still working. So it was a very long day after work. And usually when I would go to work, I would come home. Before I come home, I would go work out. So imagine yourself after working a very long day, persevering to go to work out, and you come outside to your car, and this is what you see. Type in the chat box how you think this would make you feel if this is what you saw when you came out. Yes, I agree with you. I violated, livid, frustrated, angry, highly upset, pissed.
they
Yes,
said time for a new
all
vehicle.
of the above. I was all of that, violated, scared, looking around, pissed off, traumatized. And for many, many months afterwards, I had PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, because I didn't know, if it's going to happen again. And still to this day, what I didn't tell you is, since I had just came from work, I left my laptop in the car and I was in Buckhead at the Y. And what I also didn't know is at that time that people were doing that everywhere in a lot of different workout places. And so I was a victim of smash and grab. And so they smash and grab my laptop, my Surface that was not inexpensive. And as a result, it was not a good day, needless to say. So you may ask yourself, why are we talking about this here today? We see thefts. What I want you to do is you see this as visual theft, right? You see that you can physically see that this was a violation and that you could see this with your eyes of what happened to me in this case. But with cybersecurity, unfortunately, you can't see it, right? You don't know what you don't know. You don't know if your environment has, spam, if you have viruses, if you have malware. You don't know what you have. You don't know if somebody's logging into your computer when you're not working, because you don't have anything monitoring it to know that. So that's the reason I talk to you about that. So what I like to suggest to you, don't roll the dice. Security should not be left to chance. Even though the majority of us are doing our own IT, we want to make sure that we put some things in place. So I want to speak to you a little bit about misconceptions. For the most part, I know the majority of us are solopreneurs, but there could be some people who have also some employees as well. So I'm going to talk to you from the holistic perspective. These are misconceptions. Oh, I don't need it. I'm smarter than that. I got antivirus. I should be good. I don't have time. We are too small. They're not going to hit me. We don't have valuable data. Why would they want to come after us? We are covered if a breach happens. We have insurance. So why does it matter? Well, it matters because you wouldn't want to be left without utilizing your computers. You wouldn't want to be like we had recently. You noticed that, I don't know if y'all follow the news, but it's always on TV. We had a breach, well, they're denying it, but Twitter had a breach and 200 million accounts was compromised. So if that's the case, if that's the larger companies are getting hacked, what do you think will happen to us, and why would it not happen to us? Because the larger companies, when they get hacked, we get hacked because it falls back down to the accounts that they had access to. And just to give you another little tidbit, I did some research and I found that we have about 6,000 small businesses affected by breaches every single day. 52% of them companies breaches originate from the inside of the company, and then 100% of them are not too small to be a target, because they figure that we don't have things in order anyway. So why not hack us, because we're more apt to pay the ransomware.
Hey, Lynette.
Yes.
In the chat, it was asked, are Norton and other applications not enough then? So if we've got Norton antivirus on our computer, is that not enough to protect us from cybersecurity? And if not, why? Why is that?
Well, no, it's not, because it's a holistic approach. And if you hold that question to a few more slides, you'll see why. So that's a good question. No, it's a great question. So I appreciate the question, but we'll get back to that in a few minutes. Okay, so the evolution of today's threat, and I just mentioned one threat to you, and in efforts for time, I'm going to keep on going. You know, Cisco is letting us know, and if those of you don't know, Cisco, this is not Cisco, the food company. This is Cisco, the most prominent firewall router. You name it, they offer it, right? So they're telling us that it's an issue. So it's something that we need to take serious, no matter what or how small you are. So prevention is key, right? We don't want to get it and then call me and say, hey, Lynette, I'm sorry, I didn't listen to you, but I have a problem. I said, well, what's the problem? Well, unfortunately, I've been hacked. So then we have to come in and help you. And we've done that before. However, when we do that, it usually costs 3 or 4 times more. So we try to get you in the prevention method, because it's not a matter of if you're going to get hacked anymore, it's when you get hacked. How are you going to handle the hack? What are you going to do? What do you have to put in mind? I'm not trying to scare you, but I am, right? We want to make sure you understand that this is serious. If the larger companies are getting hacked, what makes us think that we're not going to get hacked? It's just inevitable. And I did have a client where I had a colleague of mine call me in. It was his client. He needed help. So I partnered with him. I went in, we assessed everything. Every 5 minutes, literally, their internet was going down. So they were not able to get any work done at all. So they were down for an additional week after we came in. And the lost amount of, them paying their employees, I think they had about 14 employees. So they're small, they got hacked. So those are things we want you to just consider. 95% of the hacks are due to human error. Why? Because we usually don't think before we click, or we think we're thinking, but we're not sure of what to look for and what not to look for. So we click on it because it comes from somebody we know. And then unfortunately, we get hacked. So we want you to be careful on that. This is here, just some statistics here saying the majority of people, employees or self-employed or solopreneurs, we feel like, oh, well, if I get hacked, I'll just pay the money and move forward. But no, it's not about that. It's about your brand value. It's about, it raises up your insurance. Your reputation is now affected. You got to let your clients know you've been affected. So maybe they may not trust you anymore, and incurs higher remedy costs, meaning we have to pay, you got to pay more to remedy something than to have some things in place. So if something happens, or when it happens, we have a backup or so in place for you, so that you can roll back to the previous time when you were working without them these actors coming in and doing illegal things to our computers. So the next part here, this is where the young lady who asked the question a few minutes ago, she asked about, well, what about, if I have Norton, or what if I have McAfee, or what if I have, I mean, there's all kind of ones out there, Kaspersky or what have you. Well, that's good, but it's a layered effect. You need to have multiple, it's a layered strategy that we do. We don't just do, as you can see, we don't just do the antivirus or the anti-malware. We do firewall, we do employee training, whether it's to yourself or whether it's to many, but you still need to be trained to understand what to do, what to not do, and what to click on and what not. All right, I'm looking at the time. We're gonna keep on going. All right, passwords is key. That's the main thing. If you don't get anything else out of this section today, password is key, okay? A lot of people have these kind of passwords right here. And these are Fs. Believe it or not, the majority who have these passwords are on a regular basis getting hacked. And I have a statistics for you. I was told that out of every person that we know, generally they only use up to 5 passwords, personally and professionally. So if Twitter got hacked and you have a Twitter account, then my recommendation is for you to go and change all your accounts, because if they got that one password and use the same, then they have access to all your passwords. So you want to be careful. This is two of the vendors I use. I'm getting ready to drop possibly LastPass because they was hacked twice last year. And I can't support that. But I do have Keeper as well. And we don't have the time, but I wanted to let everybody know that you've been hacked already. You just don't know it. And I was going to give you a quick link for you to use, but it will be in your free. Everybody gets the free gift today. And that gift is the plan, and it's in there. There's a link in there for you to click on to check with your business email, okay? Any questions so far? Because I know I'm going fast now. All right, so this I want to show you right quick, and I don't want to come out of the screen and go into my personal, which I was going to do, but I want to show you this trick here. You see here, you want to make sure the sites you're visiting are secure. You want to look at the lock that's in the left-hand corner of your screen. So if you see here, you see right here over to the left side, if you type in your website or someone else's website, and sometimes you have to put the HTTPS in front of it, you know, and it's secure, and sometimes not, right? Sometimes it's not secure no matter what. You'll click on the little connection. If it says it's secure, you should be okay. If it said it's not secure, I would not proceed to that website. And I think I was working with someone the other day, I think it was Andrea, it might have been someone else. And we noticed that, no, it was someone else. We noticed that their site had the same link that came up and said the connection is not secure. And I think it was a chamber, but they did, it did work, and we went on to it, but I mean, if someone else comes there to check, you know, it's just not a good idea to have a site that's not secure. And, you know, we can obviously tell you how to do that. So multi-factor authentication, that's the second step for security. So password is the first, second one is multi-factor authentication. Your password is not enough. This goes back to, you know, not just having the antivirus, but to have multiple factors, multiple security measures. So you want to have two-factor authentication, and what two-factor authentication is most of you log into your bank, and nowadays they tell you, hey, you know, we're going to text you a password or code, then you have to put that in, and then you continue on. So that's another factor. Knowledge is power, right? No, I disagree. Applied knowledge is power. Why? Because if you don't apply what we're telling you, you're still going to have the same issue. You must have security awareness training, even for yourself, not just for employees, but for yourself as well. I have training that I go through myself, not just for, you know, to help everybody else or our clients, but because I need to know as well to make sure that I'm not clicking on anything bad. All right, so here's another questionnaire I was going to ask you. I'm just going to let you know, just think about it. And these are some of the things I want you to put into place immediately before Friday, which is tomorrow, but I know later than Monday. How about that? So what areas of your business do you think is most at risk? Some of you, I was going to ask you the question, have you been already hacked before? in email or in some way or another. I have been hacked with taxes. Somebody in Florida stole my tax information. So still to this day, 7 or 8 years later, I have to use a special PIN code to file my taxes every year. So it's serious. What's the most important thing you need to do first? I recommend that you either get with us, me, and if someone else, or take the document that you're going to get and start working on the plan for the whole year on what to do. Okay. So you want to purchase the backup. If you don't have backups in place, put them in place. Purchase your password manager and change your passwords on all your home devices. Okay. These are a list of all our services. I didn't list all of them. I just list a few. Okay. We can talk about that later. And then we have some of the services we feel like, or the benefits we feel we offer our clients. A peace of mind, knowing that, Lynette, I need you to check something for me, or just to have me on call because I'm monitoring your systems 24/7. That to me would give me a peace of mind. So, and it's giving our clients a peace of mind as well, knowing they have us on speed dial. So we minimize your downtime. We reduce your overall risk, and the cost that we charge is predictable. It's monthly. It's not going to be any new charges that's going to come out, clear blue sky. We will discuss that, and it'll be a predictable fee each month. And then your user productivity. We discussed that earlier with a larger slide, how we do that. Who we serve, small business professionals such as yourself, healthcare industry, government sector, and nonprofits. Okay, so that is the end of the presentation. So now is the big time for, I forgot to tell y'all to listen, but I think you have been. So everybody gets a prize for coming. We mentioned that before. You're going to get the tech plan for this whole year. And we also have a special bonus also. So you should get 2 documents, okay? One is going to tell you how to clean up your computer. So start your year out right. And the second one is going to be your tech plan. We have that system automated. Yes, I like it. And so you can scan this, and then also I'm going to drop it in the link in the chat for you as well to go to. The first thing on your list and your homework assignment is to get your assessment immediately. Go ahead on and sign up for that with us. For us, we're giving everybody here a free complimentary, except for you, Leonard. I think you don't have to worry about it, okay? So, but everybody else, you will get these documents that we mentioned. And then we want to give one major prize to one. We're going to give, like I said, the $2,500 value for one person. Now, let's see. Okay, Andrea, help me. How should we decide who gets it? What question are we going to ask?
Well, you shared a lot. I think let's go back to the first thing that you said they should do as a result of listening to this conversation today. So there were 3 things, if you remember, it just was not so long ago on a slide. First person to answer that correctly. Do you know what slide I'm talking about, Lynette? Don't pull it up. Don't pull it up.
Don't pull it up because they can cheat. Okay.
But the one that's got the first 3 things they should do immediately after listening to this today. So Charlene says website secure. Crystal says change passwords, purchase password manager. I'm saying it out, but let me know which one is right. Call iCare, strong passwords, password manager. Hey, that's correct. Hey, that's right.
They're getting there.
Assessment with Lynette.
How do we check to see if the website is secure?
That's the question we're asking?
Yeah, I'm asking that. I'm gonna see what they say. Someone says icon, SSL. You can't answer. Leonard, you're excluded. Okay. Don't cheat either. Okay. we're saying what? The box, HTTPS, Crystal says HTTPS, apply, change password, purchase manager. Oh man, they getting it right. Apply, change password, purchase manager, okay. Assessment with Lynette, yes, I like that. Charlene know what to say. Call iCare is what somebody said earlier. Okay. Well, who's first?
Well, which one are you consider the correct answer is the question, because there's a lot of great correct answers.
Okay, which slide were you talking about? So we can go back to that so we can be fair to everybody.
All right, it's the one with the 3 points on it. Yeah, go backwards.
3 points on it? Okay. Which
Mhm.
one?
It wasn't too far back.
Oh,
It was
was
like-
it? Okay.
And it was like the first 3 things you should do. Oh, yeah,
These
here
right
it is.
here?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think anybody got that. They didn't get the backups. They did passwords and they did MFA. They did SSL certificates in place. Jennifer, yes, you know that, huh? Hey, Jennifer, you must know IT. You have to know IT to know that.
I'm
She
gonna
said, yes,
say,
laughing out loud. I knew you did. Okay, so
I'm gonna say the winner seems like Crystal, because she was the first to say purchase password manager, and that was that second one on the list.
did. Oh, she's the winner. Winner chicken dinner. Okay,
Okay. All right.
Yay, me.
Crystal, go girl.
Crystal, go Crystal, go
Crystal
Crystal.
for the win. All right. Awesome.
Thank you, thank you.
And honorable mention to Charlene, who was first to chime in there. But
I'm gonna stop sharing for now so I can provide y'all the link, okay?
thank you for that. And then while you're doing that, I've got a quick little commercial break for you also. Let me know if you can see my screen. Okay.
We can see.
Is it the main presentation screen, or is it
We
the
can see. We could, no, it's the other one.
oh, hold on.
The
That's
one
what I
that
get
we
for
don't like
having multiple
seeing. Yeah, that's how it happens. I had to close down one of mine.
This is right though, right? This is right.
I see me.
All right. Okay, so that's you. Quick commercial break. So free ATL business services. If you don't know about this program with the Atlanta Black Chambers, if you are an Atlanta registered licensed business, you've got a business that is licensed in Atlanta with the city of Atlanta, you are eligible for amazing free Atlanta businesses. I was literally just working with someone this morning who got $4,500 worth of free print services, websites, that business cards, flyers, postcard stuff, $4,500 worth for free, tangible print items for their business because of this program. Amazing, awesome. People are getting trade work done, trademark work done in this program, website work, social media, accounting, all kinds of stuff. So if you do not know about this program, ATL in Business, go to atlinbusiness.com, look for Atlanta Black Chambers, because that's how you get to work with our team for free. Again, you got to be a City of Atlanta registered business. All right. So free commercial for that. If you are not an Atlanta Black Chambers member yet, definitely become a member. It's on our website. You just go to atlantablackchambers.org and click on membership. Super affordable, super affordable. Almost everybody here is a member, but there's some people who aren't. So if you're not, you can screenshot this, go straight to the website, and you can become a member there. And last little commercial, Lynette, while you're doing that, is Branditize is our new platform. We used to be Brand Tech. Those of you who remember Brand Tech Day, we have rebranded ourselves. Everybody needs a little refresh every now and then. So we are now Branditize. You can see the little IT in the Branditize there. So that's the new platform. Definitely come to the group if you're not a member yet. We're going to be sharing a lot of great tips there. People like Lynette are in there, Leonard, Sandra, who's an email expert, and more, marketing and branding. So everything branding and tech for your business, you can find experts in there all the time to answer questions and all that good stuff. All right, so let me stop sharing now. Lynette, I'm gonna give that back to you for your links.
Okay.
Will the links be emailed? Yes, after this, we'll email out the links, the replays to those of you who RSVP'd. We'll get you the replay as well.
Okay, that's the link for you to sign up for your, what I promised everyone, okay, the IT tech plan. And then Crystal, is that who we said identified was the winner?
Crystal, yep.
Yes. Okay, Crystal, you have my contact information, please. Make sure you get in contact with me so we can get you on the schedule. Once you take this link, I did get, like I say, automated. So when you get done with filling out this link, for this link here, you will be prompted to set up an appointment. So we do give a courtesy appointment for everybody here. Like I say, normally we charge for that, but for the ABC and for this webinar, we are not charging any of those fees. Okay, so we'll do like a 15-minute conversation just to see where you are, where you need to be, and see if it's a good fit.
Okay. Thank you, Lynette. Congrats again, Crystal. And everyone, if you please be sure to take a moment and go to that link Lynette shared, that bit.ly IT tech plan link she shared. Very important because that's going to give you your tech roadmap for the year for 2023. Everything she talked about, some of the things she didn't even get to talk about because it's just too much to share in this short time frame. And we're already a little bit over. Sorry about that, but we'll be ending this very shortly. Make sure you go to that link. We'll share it out over email as well. But it's going to be so helpful for you in this first year. All the people in the Brand Tech Committee, thank you so much for coming. I mean, Branditize, Marketing Communications, Advertising Tech people, Roy, Pam, Sandra, Patrick on video, all of you, thanks so much for coming. Appreciate you. And
Thank
to our
you for
President
coming.
CEO, Melvin Coleman, hello. If you're,
Oh, he came? Oh,
he's, yes, of
I've
course.
been here.
he's stuck
I've
in
been
there.
here.
He was here
Hey,
the
wait a
whole time,
minute.
the whole time.
Yeah, I've been here the whole time. I had to see the real deal do her thing. I mean, folks don't understand. You're a superstar in your space, your occupation, IT. I mean, you know, you're a superstar. You wanted to grow and develop in your presentation skills, public speaking, and all of that stuff. And so over these past couple of years, I think you are ready to rock. I had to see it in person. I'm here. Well, not in person, virtually. So, but you did a great job. And it's a sign of like your growth and development. And I know there's some chamber members or the chamber in general has supported you. And yeah, this is great. Thank you. You did a great job.
Thank you so much for everybody for attending and for having me and allowing me to pour into you today. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Melvin. Thanks, Lynette. Thank you, everyone here for joining. Appreciate you. And look out for that email coming out after this. All right. And we'll catch you guys next time. See ya.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a good one, everybody.
You too.